the most tremendous new musical experience you can have.
Hey, what's up, y'all? It's Logan, and I'm here bringing y'all this review to this newest Freddie Gibbs and the Alchemist project called Alfredo. Now, this one clocks in at 10 songs, 35 minutes, and y'all already know I was looking forward to this one. Freddie Gibbs is one of my favorite rappers out. You know, he does that coke rap that's been taken over lately with artists such as Benny the Butcher, Conway, West Side Gun, you know, the Griselda Boys, Pusha T, and Freddie Gibbs is right up there with them. He already has a classic under his belt with Pinata, with Madlib. Bandana, I think, is going to be an arguable classic. I think in a couple years it could be viewed that way. I think Crime Pays is such a great song. Every song on there is great, but that song specifically stands out to me. And again, that's another him and Madlib project, but he has his great solo projects as well. You know, you look back to You Only Live Twice, Freddie, Shadow of a Doubt, stuff like that. That's just naming some off the top of my head. I love his entire discography, honestly. Even going all the way back to the Miseducation of Freddie Gibbs. And I really enjoy his projects. They always have great lyricism. He always comes with a really solid flow, which works very well because he has an extremely deep voice that allows for him to sound amazing while he's flowing over these beats. And I've always enjoyed his beat selection as well. It's usually some boom bap type stuff. It's usually some more relaxing, almost glamorous type beats with an occasional, you know, gritty, grimy beat. Although even whenever it gets gritty and grimy, it still sounds smooth a lot of the time. And that especially works when you factor in his voice and his flow. And so on here, of course, you can expect more of that. You know, you have great lyricism, great flow, just like Freddie usually does. The beats, again, you know, great beat selection. The Alchemist always comes hitting hard. I mean, and he's able to make a beat that fits pretty much any artist's style. And again, he does that here, fitting Freddie's smooth coke rap style, you know, with some more laid back beats. Whenever it does get more aggressive, it's still pretty slow. It's not like you're getting the really, really dark overtones like you would get on like a future gritty, grimy beat or something like that. Honestly, this is right up to par with Bandana if I'm looking at those two albums back to back. It's not up there with Pinata. It's not that good. I won't say that, but it's really freaking good. If I'm looking at the cons though, since I've already gone through the pros, like I said, the beats were great. But with it being a pro that he fits Freddie's style so well, I wish that sometimes Freddie would step out and go with those darker beats, like the dark, grimy beats, not just the laid back, smooth, glamorous kind of gritty beats. You know, I can only imagine what Freddie would sound like, or if you're looking at this track list, a pairing like Freddie and Benny would sound like over a beat like Upside Down, you know, off of the Allegory, that Royce project featuring Benny the Butcher, of course. That's what made me think of that song, but it's just really, like, it was dark. That's one of my favorite beats so far this year. If you have not heard that song, Upside Down by Royce da 5'9" and Benny the Butcher off of the album The Allegory, great track, amazing beat. I would love to hear what Freddie sounds like over something like that. So I think that's less of a con in the sense of like they did this incorrectly. It's just they didn't do this at all, you know. So as like a that's like a complaint of omission, you know. So if they could have had something like that, that would have boosted this even more. But being that it's not there, looking at what they do have, everything's positive for the most part. I'm looking at the feature list. I mean, you got Scotty Beam with Rick Ross, and this one starts out with a very solid piano beat to give way to a fancy, glamorous sound, which of course fits Freddie. He's known for doing some beats like that, but whenever he's working with a guy like Rick Ross, that's what they need to do, because Rick Ross, you know what he sounds like over a glamour beat. Go back and look at Devil in a New Dress. Are you kidding me? But this song has a solid social commentary on the war right now that's dealing with racism and police brutality during Freddie's early verse. But both of them have great flows, great lyricism. Rick Ross comes in, and again, he's already cemented himself as one of the best feature artists in hip-hop history. And so when you see his name, you usually look forward to what he's going to be spitting, and that continues on this one. He gives us a very solid feature verse that I really enjoyed that track. After that, Frank Lucas with Benny the Butcher. And this one has a very minimalistic beat, but it also has like a very eerie vibe to it. It's like in the forefront, there's this like I can't tell exactly what it is. It's like horns or something. It's just constantly going through and almost an uncomfortable level, but to where it sounds good as a beat, obviously. It just gives you that sense of like something's gonna happen, something's going on, and I mean that's what's happening, because that's what you get when you pair Freddie and Benny. Like, those two are going to come together and give you some good bars. I love any time that Freddie pairs up with a Griselda artist, let alone the Butcher, of course, being, in my opinion, the best artist and having the best flow, the best sound, and the best lyricism. And of course, both of them come in, lay down some great bars, and give you a really good song. And after that track comes Something to Rap About with Tyler, the Creator. And I love the fact that Tyler's getting on here with some coke rap artists. I think that's amazing. He just most recently featured on Westside Gunn's album Pray for Paris. He was on the song 327, and he gave a very solid verse there too. That one was more of a relaxing, chill, glamour type vibe, where this one allows him to be a little bit more aggressive with his verse. So I really enjoyed that. And both of these artists really they fit the beat very well. Again, this is more of a this is a relaxing beat. It kind of has a guitar centric sound to it, but it is a little bit more aggressive than in comparison 327, which was extremely laid back. That allows Tyler to on 327 he did a little bit of like a sing-songy vibe to start with. On this one, he just goes in with his old like wolf / Cherry Bomb sounding rapping, and gives us a solid verse. I mean, it's easy to forget how great of a rapper Tyler is, considering he just dropped Igor, which was like hardly less rap considering the rest of his discography, but yeah, he still got it. So that was a really good track that I enjoyed a lot. And then finally, the last feature, Babies and Fools with Conway the Machine. Again, another Griselda artist. And this is a very low-key beat again, just really chill and relaxing, adding to the glamour of it, of course. And both come with bars, as if we're surprised. They just talk about how they've given the streets all that they have, and how it changes them, how it impacts their lives and those around them. I remember specifically bars about like I think Conway was saying, his children need him around, but he's been around the streets, or his wife needs him, or his girl needs him, or something like that. I thought that was a pretty solid point to be making over a good track, of course. So in lieu of trying to keep this review from going on for too long, overall, what can I say? This was a really freaking good project. I mean, I love Freddie Gibbs. I love it when he works with great producers such as Madlib and such as, in this case, The Alchemist. I got to give credit to The Alchemist too, with the projects that he's given us this year. Producing for Conway on Lulu, Price of Tea in China with Boldy James. He's really getting into that coke rap sound that I'm enjoying that from him, and man, he's really balling out this year, like I said. Again, could it have been longer? 35 minutes is a pretty solid length. I honestly could have taken more, but I'm not going to complain, because 35 minutes it's not short, but it's not long. It's kind of in that pocket area for an artist that you enjoy. You'll definitely listen to all of that. With Freddie Gibbs, I am willing to take a 50-minute project, an hour-long project, whatever, as long as it's all up to par with what he usually releases, which I would expect, again, considering his work ethic. But I always enjoy these shorter projects, because they're just, like, as long as every single song is good, they're easier to just knock out of the park. And, that's what he does here. And again, a couple of the beats, like, not the beats on here were not bad. I just wish that some of them would have been a little bit more different, allowing for a different sound. A lot of this project does sound very similar, just based on the fact that it is more relaxing, glamorous coke rap, or it is more relaxing, chill beat. If there was more grimy, gritty, like in your face type of beats where Freddie could get a little bit more aggressive, because he does have that side to his music. that he just doesn't really put in the forefront on this project. That would have made this that much better. But again, being that it's not on here, it's more of a sin of omission, not a sin of doing things incorrectly, because everything that he did on here was very correct and very good. So factoring that into my rating, I am going to go with an 8.5 out of 10, and yes, this is an Album of the Year contender. Yeah, it's the first time giving that rating since I came up with those rating systems. Of course, now, is it going to go down as the Album of the Year? You know, it's not. It's still not better than After Hours. But it's right up there with the other rap projects that I have enjoyed so much this year. There's a couple I'll probably, in total, there's like 8 or 9 that I would consider Album of the Year contenders to come out this year. Now, I recognize a lot of those are not actually in competition for that compared to the upper end stuff that's come out. But I throw them in that conversation because some years I could have seen them winning it. And this is right up there with that. This is a really good project that you should definitely check out. It's 10 songs, so it's really easy to get through. Less than 40 minutes. Freddie Gibbs and the Alchemist Alfredo. Great project. Really enjoyed it a lot. That being said, that's all I got for y'all. Make sure to hit the like button. Comment your thoughts on this project or what you've been listening to. Subscribe. Hit the bell next to my name for notifications. Share this video for your friends to check it out. I appreciate y'all, and I will hit y'all up next time.